And that thought, I'm a pain in the neck, I'm a pain in the neck, gave her a pain in the neck. So watch when people get sad and they've lost a relationship or lost a loved one and they talk about their heart. My heart feels like it's breaking. Be careful, because whatever picture you're putting in your mind, your body is happily giving you that experience. I know I've had situations. I know when my mom died about 20 years ago, and I used to tell people, my heart is aching, my heart is hurting me. And so it was. And then I started having some problems. Breathing became a little bit difficult, and I have to stop saying that. So what else? What are some really good things that
I need a
people
break.
say? I need a break.
I need a break, and then they'll end up breaking a bone. So say, I need to rest, or I need some time off, rather than using something that physically happened. Because again, the subconscious mind controls everything that's going on in your body. And for the law of repetition that Dr. Shad Helmstetter was talking about, you can actually program yourself to go out and tweak everything in your body so that happens, so that you have the fall or the accident. I've worked with people who have colitis and IBS who use the phrases, not even to themselves, but about others, they're a pain in the ass. They're a pain in my ass.
Right.
And so, that's a couple of that come to the top of my head.
Yeah, so just watch your language. Be really aware of how you talk.
This job is killing me.
This job is killing me. I know that's a big one. Really watch out for that one, because guess what? It will. I mean, we're actually being really serious about that. I know that sounds kind of funny. Oh, yeah, my job is killing me, and
but
it does.
We hear about stress-related deaths all the time, and it's not to say that you can't say that work has been difficult and I'm not enjoying it right now. It's not saying like, how's work? And instead of going from it's killing me to, oh, it's so wonderful and great. Well, if that's not the case, that's not the case.
Right.
But go from it's killing me from it's very difficult right now, but I'm looking forward to it getting better.
Right.
But it's going to be getting better and better now. Just don't be using the organ language of talking about it in terms of your body.
How it's affecting your body, because it will. It will. Your subconscious mind, we always think of it in our head. Our minds are in our head, but your subconscious mind is actually the cells in your body. Your subconscious mind is your body. Your issues, everything that's going on is in your tissues. It's in your body. So be careful when you hear yourself talking in body. We call it organ language, when you're using body parts to describe some negative condition, human condition. Watch it. Be really careful of that, because it will happen.
It will happen. One of the things that I like to tell folks is about 2 years ago, I was doing a lot of things in my life, and I wasn't aware of the negative self-talk or the programming I was giving myself, and I found that I kept dropping things, smashing my hands in doors or cutting my hands. I had all kinds of little cuts all over my fingers and my hands, and I finally went, wait a minute, I've never had this happen before in my life. Like, my hands are beat up. What is going on? And so I didn't quite know what was going on, but the next time that I got a paper cut on my finger, I checked in and I said, what was my thought just then? And my thought was, I can't handle it. Because I was thinking about all the things I needed to do in my life, and the thought over and over was, I can't handle it. And so every time I had that thought, or I had that thought enough, that I started seeing that manifest through my hands, in that I was dropping things. I couldn't handle it. I dropped the thing. I was cutting my hands, and as soon as I did that, I went, oh, okay, I have to reverse this thought that I handle everything that comes up in my life with grace and ease, that I'm calm and relaxed and I can handle everything and anything. And once I did that, my pretty hands came back. No more cuts and dropping things. So.
And it feels better, too. I notice that whenever something's going on in my life, and, we're both human. I know I'm human, and I get so passionate about this and positive self-talk, and I certainly have days where I wake up, or weeks, where I wake up and life feels like a challenge. But again, change the thought. I can't control all the time the events and what's showing up in my life, but I always get to choose how I'm going to experience those events. And it's simply by changing my self-talk to more positive self-talk. And if I don't know what to say, again, like I said earlier, positive and optimistic thoughts are filling my mind right now. And instantly, different thoughts start showing up, and I start thinking about, and it's funny, sometimes it'll be as simple as, I think I'll go for a walk. And just that walk alone will change the endorphins in my body, start making me feel better. And I forget that 20 minutes ago I was already having that downward spiral of negative self-talk just by making the effort to change the thought. This book that I read quite a few years ago, probably 25 years ago, is one of the most powerful books I read. And I don't remember who it was by. I think it was some channeled book, but it was called The Right Use of Will. And it was just basically the entire book was about the human condition is about free will. So once again, even though it seems like things are going on around you that you don't have any control over, that may be the case. But you always get to choose a new thought that will bring you a new feeling, a better feeling that's going to move you more towards, closer to what you're wanting to experience, a little bit more joy, even if it's just sometimes flatlining is better than going down that road. So change your thought, and you will absolutely have a new experience. I remember when I was about 12 years old, I picked up this Bible, and I was having like a chaotic moment. And nice Jewish boy opening up a Bible in some hotel room, and I opened it up, and it was a quote by the Apostle Paul, and it said, "Be ye transformed by renewing your mind. Be ye transformed in the blink of an eye." And I got it in that moment at 12 years old, that it's as simple as changing your thought, and you get to have a new experience. It's all about perception.
Hallelujah, Mitchell.
Yeah.
And when I don't know what to say to myself, like I don't have the sentence that comes up and I'm in that grumbly, nasty place, for me, it's when I say choose another thought to myself, I kind of shake myself out of it. It's Nikki's smile and Gabriella's being really funny, because Nick has the best, sweetest smile, and Gabriella is one of the funniest people. These are my kids. Gabriella is one of the funniest people on the earth. And I see my kids in front of me, and we're joking around, and there's lots of laughter, and instantly I shift. Sometimes it's a glance at the Sandias to see the beautiful majestic
New Mexico
mountains.
Skies and
Yeah.
mountains.
And so it's like, okay, if I have to just step out of myself for a second and concentrate on something that brings me joy that I'm grateful for, and I just concentrate on that for a moment, then I can begin the positive self-talk. You are okay, you're safe, you're lovable, everything's going to work out in the best way possible. This was a life lesson to learn, and you can take the learnings from it, whatever it is. I have probably 50 that come to my mind immediately that I just roll with whenever I'm working on picking myself up from a difficult situation.
And that's such a good point, because I know a lot of people think, they're sitting there going, yeah, but I really don't feel very good. And jumping from life is really a struggle, and, life is hard to, I love my life, and it's delicious to be on the planet. It's sometimes a really big jump.
Yeah.
So what Brandy's saying is a really great transition. I know for me, you think about your kids and the beautiful sky. I have some of the most beautiful, loving, and sweet animals in the entire world,
does.
and lots of them. And so all I have to do is imagine myself with one of my dogs or my kitty or my cat or my horse or whatever. And instantly I start shifting to, oh yeah, life feels a little bit better. And then from that place, go for it. Just start asking for what you want, thinking about what you want, thinking about how good you can feel right now. And
Yeah, so when you're reversing these things, remember there's some simple points here. 1, use present tense, not in the future, not in the past. Speak or think as if it's happening now. 2, be positive. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. You don't want to say to yourself, well, I don't want to be angry. Well, what do you want to be instead?
And you can ask yourself that, if I don't want to be angry, what do I want to have instead of that? And first answer is usually it's clarity.
Calm, peaceful, relaxed, joyous, whatever those things are.
Happy.
Be specific, like Mitch was talking about. If there's a specific date, if there's a specific number, even if it just means saying it's happening now. Be specific. That's number 3. So 1 is use present tense. 2 is be positive. 3 is be specific. 4 is, you could take that one.
Use the exciting and emotionalized words. I know for me, just to say delicious, like I said, that word delicious, just instantly, I could feel that, I call it like rainbows in my body, but it's like tingling. It's like my cells are dancing. So find words that juice it up for you and use them until you get that good feeling.
Excellent.